Hold on, I'm almost ready. Hold on, I'm almost. I gotta. Okay, we're in the situation where I have to like boot up like 5 programs. So give me just a second. Give me just a second, okay? It's not easy, okay? Do you guys know how hard it is to be a VTuber? I have to like open up 3 websites, okay? The struggle. 1 second, we're almost there. Ah, not you. Shut up. Okay, so move you to low quality. Grab you, paste you over here. Fuck, don't gift myself. Paste, send now. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, play that, refresh, mute myself again. There. Okay, and then we play music. I want to play Diana. I kind of want to play Lo-Fi Leah. It's been a while since we listened to Lo-Fi Leah. I think we owe her a little bit of a shakedown, a little bit of Zuzu-boo. There we go. Get a little lo-fi vibes going. I think that's hot. Okay, let's move that over here. All right, let's game dev, boys and girls. Today is the day we go back to game dev. Oh, wait, what is that? Get that out of my face. Okay, make myself nice and big because people like it. Boom, 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 boom. That background, wow. Okay, let's boot up Visual Studio. So actually, before that, there's one thing I have to do first, and that is I need to copy this font and paste it here. Yeah, that was like why it was crashing. So I kind of figured that. I was thinking about it at work. I'm like, wait a second, did I ever actually paste that font into the new things? Paste. Okay. So now when we boot up the program, it should work just fine. Okay, if we run, it should not crash. Ah! Oh, I love it. Oh, it feels so good. It's so nice that the project is now fully migrated toward modules working again. Oh, look how beautiful this is, chat. No red lines. Ignore that. That's not actually here. What? Hold on. There we go. Yeah, so it's not actually a bug there. It's a little bit buggy. It seems like enumerations don't work well with IntelliSense and modules, but that should be the only bug. It shouldn't be like we can't read a module. So we can read functions, we can catch any sort of like unique object like card font, and now we have, it's so nice. It's so nice that it's just done now. Oh, I can actually make the fucking program. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so nice. Okay, so before we get started, we need to fix one thing. The initialization is fine. I'm debating whether or not I need a size of resolution to worry about, but I feel like I'm a little worried that if we make everything sized based on the size of the window, that's gonna cause some weird like issues with like full screen later, and I don't know how much I want that. I almost feel like we should give it like a set resolution with like to work with like logic wise, like 100 by 100 or something, and then we kind of stretch accordingly. Or we just make it one resolution and just say fuck it, which I might do that. In any case, we do need to give the size of the window, which is currently a const rect as defined in here. Oh, screen resolution. That's cute. Okay, so 0, 0 is just the X and Y point of whatever we need. In this case, it's a rect. And that's why when we create window and renderer, it wants a dot W and dot height for screen resolution. And that's, if that's the case, let's, what does it look like right now? 720 by 720. Let's stretch it out width-wise. Let's go like, I don't mind the 720 resolution. What's like the most common resolution on Steam? Let's just build around that. Steam most common resolution. Hardware survey February 2024. Graphics cards. Everybody's running NVIDIA, Intel. Number of CPUs per computer. Okay. VR headsets. Okay. System RAM 16 gigabytes. Weak. Windows 10 64-bit. There we go. Primary display resolution 1920 by 1080. 60%. Ooh. Is there anyone who has like 720 resolution? 0.22%. Oh my God. How times have changed. I guess we could just plan around everybody running this resolution. And if you have this, which is almost what I have 2560 by 1080. And 4K is 5120 by 1440, right? So I guess we could just base our resolution around this, and these guys just by proxy are fine because it's relative, right? Or maybe this is ultra wide, but in any case, 1920 by 1080 seems to be the way to go. Oops. And we'll just have it only available in this resolution. And if not, I guess I could just have a separate way to change it, I guess, in options. Plate. Oh, that doesn't work. Oh, I can't see the top of the window. I guess I could specify under initialization, instead of resizable, there's other ways. Hold on, search online. There's other fonts we could have, or not fonts, and other Windows options we could have. Hello, Kale Yoon, how are you? Mwah. How's it going? Okay, we're gonna create window. What are the option types? Window flags. So let's see, OpenGL, Vulkan, full screen desktop. I don't want full screen desktop or whatever because one, not everybody likes full screen. Two, if I do that, it's gonna be hard to gauge what the resolution actually is because I just want to make the game around one resolution. Chat, why are you on the right side of the screen? Get back over there. I'm good, thanks. How about you? Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Sleepy Mush, hello. Did you guys notice that in Twitch chat on the bottom left, you guys have like, you guys are indented, but YouTube chat's like extended to the left? I don't know why that is. YouTube chat, you guys are the weird ones, you know? You ever thought about that? Grabbed input focus, don't need that. I don't think I ever want grabbed input focus on this game. I feel like it's one of the few games where it's okay for mice to go outside of the window, you know? I don't need it trapped like a bullet hell shooter. SDL window mouse focus. No. Window not created by SDL. Allow high DPI. Cute. Windows on top. Skip taskbar. Utility. Tooltip, pop-up menu. No. I guess we can do just I guess we can combo it with SDL window borderless by just doing this. Bit operator there. And now we have a borderless window screen. Cool. I think there's no cutoff here. Like that is the exact size of the game, which is 1920 by 1080. I think that's a good resolution. So this card size, by the way, this card on the screen will be the size of the card in the game. So whenever you the goal is whenever you highlight a card, that is what pops up. So that is the goal today. Ideally, we get to the point where we have like a miniaturized version of this art on the screen and we highlight it, and then like if it was right here we would highlight it and this card would be like at the corner of our mouse pointer, and then like it'll move around as we move our mouse around. That's the goal today, but it does involve us moving around some fonts and all that stuff, which is fantastic. Also, I think at work tomorrow, I'm gonna dedicate like 4 hours to understanding subpixel division because that sounds like a fucking nightmare to implement, but it would look so much nicer. Plenty of energy to finish your card game? Yes, I'm fantastic today. I am rested. I did research today. Did you guys know? Okay, let me show you some goofy ass shit. You guys ready for this? Look at this. Okay, I learned something today, okay? This is what I learned. So let's say you have a standard array And normally it would be like, okay, oops, not G slice array, thank you. Normally it would be like, okay, type int, and it would be my array 1, and that'd be like, oh, how cool, right? Or no, it'd be array 3, my array 1, right? Okay, so this is like a normal C++ array, right? But what happens, I was looking into like this, like specifying the size, and I learned a lot today. For example, if you have a const expression, int x equals 5, you could actually put an x there. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could actually put a variable there as long as it's a const expression. And I didn't know you could actually do that. So that's pretty cool. Besides that, I also learned this. Okay, you guys ready for this syntax? Standard style array. I think this is the syntax. What you have to do is boom, standard, no, parentheses, standard, to array, bracket, parentheses, squiggly line. Oh no, it was int, right? It was int, comma, parent squiggly, 0, 1, 2, squiggly, parentheses, parentheses, no, semicolon, parentheses, semicolon? Anyway, it was something goofy. I didn't know what standard to array was, but it's a way of specifying the size of an array without like actually explicitly giving a size. I just thought that was cool. Anyway, I learned some cool things today. So tomorrow, also, we're not gonna have this resizable, am I? I don't even know why I had that there. This is never gonna be resizable. It's gonna be borderless, and we're not gonna worry about like, VSync or anything. We'll just have it at a solid 60 FPS. I think that's plenty. Okay. That being said, where do we go from here? So now that we got the game working again, we can, oh, now that I can actually see objects and not have a billion errors, save by the way, what we're gonna do is we're gonna move all of this. So I think what we need to do first is I'm thinking we're gonna have a module that will add all card text to a vector. Let me think, what's a better way to do this? Do we make it so every standard string is a piece of card text? I don't like that, never mind, that's stupid. I think what we do instead is have a card object with a standard string associated with like various parts of it. The problem is there's going to be a lot of strings per card. There's a cost, there's a cost of the card. I mean, there's ability, I mean, like health and attack or whatever. Then you have a name, and then you have like any sort of ability text or flavor text if we have it, which we probably won't. But then you also have shadow strings behind it. So it's like, holy cow, there's a lot of this. So what I'm thinking is, how do we make it so that anytime any text needs drawn on a card, you have the font, you have the font size for whatever we're doing, and you have some sort of text and a drop shadow behind it. That's like 2 by 2 pixels or whatever away from it, but that's later. So that's kind of my dilemma right now. Once I find out a way where any string we implement can add in that font, it should be pretty easy. So I think what we do is, before we worry about the construction, we just add it to here. So every card is going to have the same sort of virtual function to return a standard string, right? Is that what we're returning? No, it's going to take a string. And it's going to be add text. Ooh. And it's gonna take a standard string text, maybe? And then we just do that a bunch for now. The idea here is that I wanna make it really generic, so that way, when we go to like the load game module, which we don't even have yet, that's what's gonna contain all of this. Later on, it's gonna be a JSON file, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, right? Keep things simple. We're gonna keep using this add text function to do whatever we need to do. That'll double loop this. That'll have the draw this. I guess we also need a location. I'm debating. We have a text we want to implement, and then add text small, add text big, maybe? So each one has a different font size to render to. Oh no, we're gonna have a virtual, I know what we're gonna have. A virtual void render text. So that'll take a renderer, and it'll take a standard string text. I think that's what we want to do here, because all of these are standard strings, right? These are just quotation marks and then whatever. I'm assuming it'll count multiple spaces in the string. That's a little bit what I'm worried about. But if not, we can cross that bridge when we come to it. I guess we can just look it up now. Standard string. Can it use spaces? Reddit. How do I input you with spaces with string? String. Oh, this is like a C style string. Standard get line. Ooh. Interesting. Standard get line. Oh, is this what we're using? Get line reads characters from an input stream. No, it's not. We're not going to be inputting anything. The string accepts spaces in C++. How to take a long string input with spaces? This is important. Get line. Don't care about... Man, everybody wants the CN input, but I don't want CN. I just want a string. Does string care? Maybe we'll look up, how about this? Let's just look up standard string and maybe it'll... Basic string. No, I want the big boy string. Okay, so I just need to know before we like go down this path of like font shit. Well, we already went down the path, but now it's gonna be better. String, surprise support to such objects, standard container of bytes. Handle sequences of multi-byte or variable length characters. All members of this class, length and size as well as iterators, will still operate in terms of bytes. That's fine. Const characters is fine. Space is a character, right? Right. Get line from stream. No. No. I guess I could just try it, and if it worse comes to worse, we just use a different standard. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. So we have render text and we have add text. We are gonna need to add multiple lines of text, but that's fine. The function will do all the same. Maybe instead of add text, we put add info, and this will contain a string for name, a string for cost, a string. Oh, no, it won't. Because not every card is going to have a cost, and not every card... Ooh, how do I specify that? Oh, wait, no, I can put null pointer, right? If I don't want to actually implement a standard string. Okay, that's fine. If I put null pointer here, that I don't even need to like... Okay, that's fine. So then we'll put attributes in terms of like attack and here, we'll put stats. And then a standard string for card text. We're gonna ignore the fact that abilities exist. That'll come later. I think this card text will always be like extra card text to either explain the card, explain abilities, whatever. But the actual ability will be like its own thing. I think that's what we do. So now we copy And then we add it to every private class. We're gonna give a standard string for, well, here, we'll just copy and paste. Boom, space, boom, space, boom, space, boom, boop, 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 semicolon, 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 semicolon. Okay, beautiful. So now this should run. Why doesn't it run? Creature cannot instantiate abstract class. What? So this cannot instantiate these. So by just commenting these out, this will run, right? No, what happened? Character semicolon is abstract. Wait, did I mess something up? Render text, add info. Oh, I know what happened. It was, it's not these, it's, this. These are never defined, so I actually need to comment these out. Yeah, now it'll run. Okay, sweet. Okay, so we need to instantiate these later, but that's fine. We can fix that in a bit. So what's the next goal? Well, now that we have a name, a cost, stats, and card text, the idea is that we're gonna run add info to get all of this information in one function. And when we render text, the rendered text will automatically take into account all drop shadows. That's the idea. Okay, holy shit. And then it's gonna be relative to a point, which is this location. Okay, sweet. So I think because everything has a, yeah, so we need a SF rect, SDLF rect, and this will be just location. So that way everything has a location rectangle. It looks like we also need a color if we ever needed it, which we don't. It looks like everything needs a texture and everything needs an int type. Int type, we also need an SDL texture pointer art. So we probably need functions to add those, right? So virtual void add art, which we take an SDL texture pointer, new art. I guess I can just put art. Ooh, these need to be called M, don't they? Yeah, okay, we'll use our proper syntax here. We'll use our proper syntax. Know our shit. Okay, so that's art equals zeros because it's virtual. Okay, now, I know we just changed some of these, but I don't think it actually changes anything here. Okay, sweet, still runs, excellent. Okay, so that means, oh geez. It's hard to change this because our current test creature has this, but that's fine. We'll cross that bridge later. For now, this gets deleted and this gets deleted just for the sake of me. So we have our relic card, spell card, and then our creature card, but these are all getting pretty much overridden. That's fine. So our constructor's changing later. I'm just thinking about what every card needs. So we have an int for the type, which is this. Spell, relic, creature, all that stuff, right? Basically, if it is type creature, then anything like hit all enemy creatures on the field, okay, well, creatures, great. Or if you play a relic, it goes into the relic side of the pool. You've played a relic. That's basically why we have that integer there. Then we have a texture, which is art, an frect, which is our location. So that location is also the rendered box we put it into, and all of the text and everything will be based around the location. The only thing that changes on the location, because the width and height will always be the same. Wait a second. This location is the location of the art, which is fine, with the only problem being, is that where we base all? I guess that's fine. I guess that's okay, as long as we account for the fact that our card will be spawning from the very bottom right corner of the whole card and not the corner of the art, which makes it a little bit difficult, but that's okay. That's fine. We can still manage it. That's not terrible. It just takes a little bit of finagling. It helps that the entire card is always going to be one size. So when I point my mouse here and the card pops up, all of the art, all of the text will be relative to where my mouse is. And as long as everything is uniform, which it will be because the art itself is 256 by 256, which was fucking perfect, then that should be fine. Okay, beautiful, excellent. So that's good for these. I think that's all I need for every card type. We're gonna have to worry about abilities later, but that's more of like input ability module kind of situation. So now we have these guys. So let's do these one at a time. Let's just do add art. That's pretty easy. So we're gonna get, ooh, okay. Everybody, say goodbye to this Odiug. It is now going to be the last time we see this card for a while. We're gonna recreate it. We're gonna make it better. That's the goal here. So maybe we keep it up as a reference. I guess I have pictures of it. We have references. We're good. Okay, so now we delete most of these. Oops. Enter, backspace. Okay, so that's fine right here. That can stay because that's just rendering the art. That's why that exists. We're gonna delete this, delete. All locations are gonna be the same. So let's add a private here. Let's get this stuff out of the way here. So private location. Oh, it's gonna be dependent on the art, isn't it? Because these are private variables. But I can't just add it. It needs to be like a function, right? And then maybe we have an SDL frect size of art. It doesn't matter what the X and Y is. That'll change constantly, but I need to know the width and the height of the art, which is always 256 by 256. Huh. That's a little bit difficult, isn't it? I guess what I can do is I can change whatever art we give it at any size. We resize it to 256, 256. I think that's how we should do it. Okay, that's fine. I can handle that. Sweet. So let's do that first. Well, add info will be the easiest. Let's do that first. Let's copy. Paste. Okay, delete that. Delete that. Arrow. Oh, we have to override. Which is, we are returning a void override because it's a virtual class we're overriding here. And then we give the function. I like arrows on the far left. Tomato, tomato. Oh, sorry. Instead of virtual, it should be auto. That's my fault. Okay, now we add info. So all that's going to change is that, is we're going to say m name is equal to name. Why is that having an issue? Card declared at line 24 is inaccessible. Wait, I thought private values were inherent to creature now. Why is that an issue? Also, this doesn't even need to exist anymore. Do I need to specify new? Oh, they're private. Maybe I should put this as protected? Maybe that's a better term for it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, sweet. And then we have M cost is equal to cost. M stats is equal to stats. M card text is equal to card text. Okay, and that's that function. So now, whatever we do these, it is inheriting from this list. And all creature cares about, because everybody's function is going to be largely the same, what creature cares about is stats. In fact, I'm debating, Tell you what, let's change it up a little. Let's delete this stats line here and here, but we will add a protected standard string stats here. And we're just going to add this on the tail end of this line. And the reason why is because I don't want other override does not override a base class member. Oh, does that not work? Oh, location. Hold on, I need to do this. M art, and it'll be M location. M stats is undefined. Oh, because this is M stats. I'm so dumb. Okay, so now it still doesn't work, huh? I thought that would get it. Function declared with override does not override a base class member. So it's obviously complaining about, let me zoom in for you guys, about this line, because what's happening is we're using that function, but it's requiring extra data. So I guess what we have to do is just kind of undo that. I think every function can ask for a stats line, but it's going to have to be optional. And basically, if it's not a creature, we just null pointer it, you know? Which is fine. That's a-okay. So, what we are going to do now is, now that we've added the info to define these terms, I guess we could also add like a card type and just, this is almost like the constructor, which is kind of okay. So we make the object creature, which is of public card, and then we define it with info. Do I just want to add the creature type and all that here? No, by it being a creature, it is inherently that thing. I don't need this because by its very nature, it's a creature. It is object type creature. So that's fine. We just add it to its own vector. Oh, it's so easy. Never mind. Wow, I'm dumb. And then we just need to art. So let's add art, and then which also takes in the location. So that works out. So copy, auto, oh, just type it in. So bloop, replace that with auto, delete that. And then we're going to be returning void override because it's a virtual class, backspace because it looks better. Now we're going to add art. Now in order to take this, all we have to do is just m art equals art because the texture thing is already taken care of in the parameter. And then m location is equal to size of art, keeping in mind the x and y value will be changing at our discretion. I think what I do instead here is I go if size of art dot width is not equal to 256 or size of art dot height does not equal, I'm gonna be always using 256, but just in case, because we're basing our entire card size around it. the art is like the centerpiece of what we need to do. Then size of art.w is equal to 256. Size of art.height is equal to 256. And then we make the location equal to the size of the art. So the art will be contained in its original form in a vector as a texture somewhere in like the application, right? It will exist, right? Maybe for like credits or something stupid like that. But the idea is that when we want to turn it into a card, it's going to get resized into 256 by 256. That is why we do that. By the way, if anyone has any experience here with card games, I actually have questions. Okay. So we have the card, we have the art, we have all the costs. Now we need to render the text. Oh my God. Okay, so this is where it gets a little bit difficult. So we already, or I guess we need to import. Oh God, save it. Import font. All right, this is where it gets fun. By fun, I mean, oh God. Okay, so what do we do here? We have a bunch of recs that define where it goes on the card. These are raw values currently, but that's okay. We can translate them into relative to the frect of the original art. Okay. Holy shit. I'm debating how to do that. I don't need a function or a setter or anything. These are just relative to, the art that's on the card, whose X and Y value will change. That is true. Also, we're gonna need to import SDL before I forget, which I think I already did, right? Sweet, because we're gonna be rendering, this render is gonna do a lot more than just render a copy. It's basically gonna render all of these things constantly. Okay, what do we need to do for every font besides the drop shadow thing? We'll do the name first, that's the easiest. So this is the name. What do we need? We need to set the kind of font it is and the font size. Then we set the color of the font. Then we create font from that. This cannot be done per frame, because if we do this per frame, we're gonna be consuming, like even one card will consume like gigabytes of memory. This must be done once, which means we take it as a parameter. Now, what does set TTF actually return as a parameter? What? Wait. It is the function, right? TTF open font, right? Wait, set TTF. What does that do? I made that function. Oh my God, it just set a font. Okay, cute. So open font, what does that do? Creates a font from a file, returning a valid TTF font pointer. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna need a TTF font pointer, I believe. Yes, because that's what it's asking for. Okay, so that's gonna be one of its functions, or one of the functions in this, is it's gonna be accepting not a string or anything. It'll take our renderer, and it will take before I forget, this should be render art, which is going to be a very significant thing soon. So this is actually render art, but that's okay. We'll do render text, which is different. So maybe instead of text, I should just call it render card, because this will, why can I not? Oh, shift C, sorry. render card, which will take an SDL, no, a TTF font pointer, and this will be the font. Then we set the color. This will be part of the card as a SDL color font M, color of font color. So now this will always be white. Does it matter? Do I need a color defined per card? Am I ever gonna change the card color? It might, I guess, depending on, well, no, that's more of a per element thing, right? Because it'll depend on the background of the element. So that's more of something we'll inherit from that's something we inherit from the element module. So that'll come later. For now, that's already defined. And then we create a font from the path using a renderer and ODUG. Create font from path. What does that do? This fucking function. Okay. I don't want to call this function here. So this doesn't even inherit any font. This just prints out whatever it gets told. I think. Because this will create whatever, right? This doesn't return anything. But what it will do is make... we have an object type card font. What if instead of taking individual elements, what if instead we just accept the card font object? Because all of these is from a card font object. So maybe that's what we inherit. Card font. This is why we inherit card font, and then we call it font. Let's just do that. Sweet. Muthu Vishal, hello, long time no see. Welcome to the we're rendering a card stream. Finally, actually making the card and not just typing it on. We're past the proof of concept, right? I like the concept. Now we just execute, which is this card. This is our card. Besides, ignore the lack of subpixel rendering. That comes later. This is basically our card, except this is a vertical slice instead of a slash, and there's no dash here. But besides that, this is the card, and that's what we're making today. But we're actually making it like an object. Sorry, Gary, I won't be able to watch your stream today. I have school exams. Hey, go study. Don't watch my dumbass streams. Learn. JRR, bonjour, hello. Okay, so that's our virtual function for this, because we just accept a card font, in which case this should be a card font M font, right? I feel like that's what it should be. Why is this thing lowercase if it's a class? Gary, Jesus Christ, Gary. Oh, did you hear that Godzilla -1 won an Oscar today? I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. I didn't even know they made a Godzilla movie called Godzilla -1. I thought that shit was a joke. I didn't even know they made a King Kong versus Godzilla movie. Sweet double Rennie, a long time no see, how are you? Mwah. Okay, so now that we have our card font object, that'll take care of that, because this will actually... Oh, no, we need two different card fonts objects, don't we? We need a card font for... No, I don't. Because I can just make the same object render twice, because it's the same exact font, everything, except the color is different. Do I make the color before? The only difference between these two is the color. Oh, but this is going to be separate objects. That's why, because we create font from path after we make the color. That's confusing. So we have our upper title, which is the white color, and then we have a drop shadow. The only difference is the render box, but that can be changed in when we render the text. It's the color that's different. And that's a little more complicated because I don't want to do that every frame. So I think we do need two separate objects. Card font. What do you call it? Drop font? We'll call it drop font. Card font drop font. Okay. That's fine. That works. So now we define this down here. Replace this with auto. Call for a arrow void override. Do the thing. Okay. So now we do stuff with it. So I'm thinking, because this is the title, this is where we start doing things that are relative. And this is where we have to start translating our like test case for what we found looked good into actual like changeable X and Y distances and all that. Bro, I swear I've had enough of you. Howdy. Hi there. Howdy, 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 howdy. The greatest meme. Look, I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Classic meme. Last time I was here, you were talking about an old care game you used to want to take over the IP of. Old card game? Oh yeah, card. There you go. Yeah, this is basically it, right? It's so on the right was the original card game, Elements the game, and on the left is our like, well, before we did more to it, is our new version of it. So this Elite Odiug, this is from a Flash game that was made in like 2009. It's an old Flash game. And then it was abandoned by its creator. So this card art you see here, that's not a good example. That's unfinished art. Sorry, we downloaded more art since you guys last were here. So this is an actual piece of art. So this art existed in 2009, believe it or not. This is a little ash crawler. I forget the name of it, but it's a fire card that gives you 1 fire quanta per turn as a 1/1 creature. That's what this card did. But anyway, yeah, we kindly asked the artist. I do have picture proof, by the way. Hold on, I had a conversation with the artist. Look at this. By the way, do I have permission to use this art for the game at VRT? Oh, always. Oh, VRT gave permission. He's the artist behind it. So I just thought that was adorable. And then he looked through his hard drive for like old backups. Didn't find any. They lost the time. Basically, I have every art that VRT ever made for this game, and that's it. Everything else is lost to time. Getting banned in YouTube chat speedrun. You should play Geometry Dash again. It's been a minute. It has been a minute, like a year minute. Do you think we should end daylight savings times? No. For some of us who don't live near the equator, daylight savings time is based, okay? Yeah, I lose an hour of sleep this weekend. You know what? I like having sunlight when I get off work, bitches. You guys all live in LA and shit. Fucking, oh, every day's sunny, who gives a shit? Some of us do. Holy cow. Go somewhere where there's a winter. Then you'll understand why it exists. Okay, so we have the same font size, but that's all part of the object. So this all gets copy and pasted, right? Because this does not care about render distance. This is render distance. So basically this dot render won't exist anymore. Although it probably will exist for like menus and stuff, but for our purposes, it's not going to exist. So what we're gonna do is we are going to grab this information, which in this case, the Odiug would be font shadow font test. Okay, these two numbers, which all font is doing is just rendering copy, right? Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Then you make a new rect. You make it equal to the float X, float Y renderer. Okay, sweet. So We're gonna go back to our card module here. That's what these are gonna be rendering. Render copy X. That's gonna be the function we use here. M location, but instead of M art, it's gonna be font, and then we render the exact same thing, but it's gonna be drop font, which is the drop font behind it. Address of, renderer. This needs to be renderer before I forget. Oops, renderer. Okay, sweet. This needs to be changed, but that's fine. So now what we have to do is, I think what we do is give every card an SDL floating point. This floating point will be M. No, I don't need a floating point. I have the FREC. It's fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna base this title around where this FREC goes. So these are my two values, the drop shadow and the actual test. Font goes first. What's the problem here? I need a texture. Well, isn't font a text? Oh, no, it's font dot. Fuck. Wait, what is the texture for font? It's font dot M texture. Is that, can I grab that? Why did I make it private? Make it protected. Okay. Font dot M texture. Ah, fuck it. We'll just make everything public. Who gives a shit? I'm gonna overhaul this anyway. Okay. Still not working? Wait. Font dot M texture. There we go. That's what we wanted. Okay. Sweet. And it's based on the location. It won't be, but you'll get there. What we will do is we'll make a temp location. Temp location, because this temp location FREC will be relative to this M location one. Okay. We have electricity. Oh, Katybug, sorry, you sent, oh my God, that was so long ago. Hi, I was so focused on this. Hello. How are you, Katybug? It's okay. Ah, thank you. How are you enjoying Rebirth? Did you finish the game? I don't think you have, because it's like an 80-hour game or something. It's a lot. It's a big game. I saw your, man, we have to catch up a lot. I saw you playing on the first day when you had like face cam going. You didn't have like a VTubing avatar, but I had to stream soon. So I was like, I don't want to start a whole convo and then make her awkwardly shout me out in the middle of the stream before she leaves, or before I leave. But yeah, I saw that for a while. Not even close. I'm on chapter 4 of 14. Oh, is that Junon? I forget where that's at. Calm is chapter 1, which is also Grasslands, I think. Chapter 2 is after that. Maybe it's after Junon. I don't remember. Yeah, Junon. Ah, I keep having crashing issues. Uh-oh, that is unusual. Have I played Pal World? No, but I have no problems with its existence. It's unoriginal, so I guess I have that problem with it, but that's about it. I haven't played it. Man, DST really messed me up when I got home, sat down, and just zzed for a few hours. Wait, when was daylight savings? Was it last night? Oh, no. I thought it was this weekend. Daylight. March 10th? That was last night? Oh, no wonder I was so tired. I didn't even know that was last night. Oh man, I woke up tired. I was wondering. Can I DM you something random? Oh yeah, you can. Of course you can. Katybug, you can DM me whatever you want. You've earned the right. We no longer Come in peace. Ah! It changed over Sunday. Damn. Okay. So this is also drop font dot m texture underscore. So that takes care of those. These are not global renderers. It will just be renderer. We'll come back to, actually, I don't even need these. What the fuck? Okay. So now this is where we need a new module. We need the load game module. And this load game module will contain, ooh, this is gonna get complicated. It's gonna get complicated. It's gonna get complicated because I'm debating in my head about how to store all of this text. For now, it has to be in vectors, right? We don't have a JSON file to read from. So I guess for now, it can just be shoved into a giant vector, which is gonna probably be like, for now, at least 4 times 100, so 400 elements long. That's probably fine for now. Oh, and double that for the drop shadows, so 800, that's fine. Did you ever watch Fairly Odd Parents or Danny Phantom? Sorry, Phantom is the name of the title. Phantom is his last name. Yeah, I watched Nickelodeon cartoons. I didn't have Cartoon Network growing up, so I missed like the Dragon Ball Z hype train and the Sailor Moon and stuff. I only watched SpongeBob and Angry Beavers and Rocko's Modern Life and Ren and Stimpy and King of the Hill, but that's not Nickelodeon, that's Fox, but whatever. You guys got the idea. So now that we have a temp rect, I think what we do is every time, this is fine to do per frame, by the way, because no, m temp location is equal to Ariel Angel. Oh, thank you for the raid. He rated with 11. Hi, I'm Gary the Goo Boy. I stream every single day, baby, and we program video games. And today we're making a card game. We're making a remake of Elements the Game. This is our current card. This was the concept, and now we're translating that into actual C++ game. That's actually, this card is what we're making right now. So that's kind of what we're doing here, ignoring this ugly mess. We're not even using this anymore. So that's kind of the goal here. M temp location is equal to M location, and then we kind of adjust around here whenever we need titles and stuff. You can make an exports file with an array, I think, but you should be able to compile time a JSON library from Jason Turner. What? Was that Chiari? Chiari? Yeah, this is Kingdom Hearts. Is it? No, it's Chiari. Kiari. I'm not even a weeb, Katie Bug, and I know that, all right? You know, let's switch backgrounds. You guys can't handle this. Next. That's too weeb. Next. You guys can't handle this. Oh, this is great. I like this background. Look, it's an X-ray background. Oh, are we gonna see underwear or something sexy like most X-ray backgrounds? No, we're gonna see Pomni from Amazing Circus. I thought that was a cute background. I thought that was adorable, because most X-ray backgrounds are like, ooh, you get to see under the underwear, and then it's just Pomni's face. I just thought that was funny. Fun background. Aparial Angel, what do you do? Let me get up in your biz. What do you stream? Hold on. We're gonna be perverts for a second. What do you do? Game dev, making a 2048 roguelike. Really? Godot? Oh my god, I love your hair. I can't. Hold on.
Like, every single one of them will have this. Export var
Look at this man's hair. Oh my gosh, that is so luscious and full.
Because we can have those.
Get out of the way, timer. Oh, thank you. Wow. Dude, are you a metalhead? Because you look like a maiden squire if I've ever seen one.
To export them.
You use Godot though, huh?
Name of.
How is Godot? I always feel like whenever I use a game engine, I always feel like I'm cheating. So, I mean, I can't really, like, you know, I feel like I'm cheating. I feel like game development should be like difficult and you should like cry. If you're not crying, is it game development? Really? Godot? What do you say, Godot? What are you a French actor? It's Godot. If you didn't want it pronounced Godot, don't spell it Godot, okay? It's like Björkson, all right? His name, that great man. We worship the altar of the C++ Council, okay? Welcome to the C++ privilege stream, okay? The inventor of C++, Björkson. We worship him here, okay? If he didn't want his name pronounced Björkson, he would have changed it to Ben. Wait, if you have anime girls as a background, could I make the cut? If you have a wallpaper on Wallpaper Engine, sure. If you have something like this or something, I mean, it doesn't have to be like wiggly like this whenever I wiggle my mouse. Oh, by the way, if you guys are wondering why I'm moving when I wiggle my mouse, let me show you my full model here. Does that make more sense why I move around when I move my mouse? You see what I'm doing here? Why I move? Hello! Mom, look, I'm VTubing! Okay, sorry, I get distracted. It's a problem. Anyway, if you have a background like that on Wallpaper Engine, I'll use it. What else do I have here? Well, some of them are lewd, so I'm trying not to be too. There we go, that's not. Okay, it's kind of weeb. I'm not a weeb, that's kind of weeb. That's not weeb, that's Hatsune Miku, Japanese idol sensation. Also, her eyes slightly follow the mouse. I don't know if you guys can like really see that, but she does follow the mouse a little. All right, stop distracting me. We need to make a card today, okay? Say Gudo? Gudo? Is that how you say that? Gudo? Imperial Angel? By the way, is your name supposed to be Imperial Angel? Because that makes me think you're like an Abercrombie and Fitch model, especially with that hair. You're a clothing model. Now I get it. I know why they call you Imperial Angel now. My Wallpaper Engine is a shitpost. You are a shitpost, Joe. I love you. Wait. Imperial Angel and fans. Do you guys like VTubers? How do you guys like VTubers? Are VTubers cool? Are we cool yet? Or is it like a, ooh, anime girl? You say you're not a weeb, but most of those have been anime curious. Well, no, okay, so I've told this story a lot, so my fans forgive me here. I did not grow up with Cartoon Network, okay? I didn't have Dragon Ball, I didn't have Sailor Moon, I didn't have whatever else was on the Code Lyoko, whatever you nerds are watching, right? I didn't have that. I had Nickelodeon, okay? I had Fox with King of the Hill, right? That was my cartoons. When I was like 16 or 18 or whatever, I thought I would be the biggest anime fan. I tried really, really hard to get into anime, okay? And it took about 2 years for me to realize I don't like anime. But I did see a lot of it, and I know some that I really like Neon Genesis Evangelion, or Bakemonogatari, or Higurashi no Nako Koro ni, and its sequel, Higurashi no Nako Noro ni Kai. Steins Gate, I liked Steins Gate. Like, there's some anime, Madoka Magica. I really like Madoka Magica too. There was some anime I really, really, really liked, but like that was it. Besides like those 5, I maybe not so much, you know? I don't really like anime in general though. Eufa Real. French people. I mean, I used to be a regular in a VTuber's chat. Other than that, I think they're cool. Oh, we're cool now. Oh, I gotta tell my mom. So did you watch Danny Phantom? Yeah, well, I mean, I did. It's not my favorite, even among Nickelodeon cartoons. I'm more of an Angry Beavers fan, or like Rocko's Modern Life. That was like my era in Nickelodeon. I watched a little bit of Danny Phantom. It's just, you know, I like Chalk Zone more. You know, Chalk Zone. Rudy's got the chalk. Like that kind of show. Monogatari is good. You might like Bunny Girl Senpai if you like that. No. The name of it alone, no. I will not like. We're lagging. F in the chat. All right, goodbye, YouTube. I know we're lagging like hell. I gotta end the YouTube stream. It's dying. It's killing me. Okay, goodbye. I love you. Mwah.